Okay. Awesome. That's on Disconnect Instagram. Goodness me. Okay. I still haven't figured out Instagram, I guess. So I am Lana of Metta and I'm here to read for you today the Metta Sutta or Sutra. And I've become inspired to do this. Well, I was inspired to do this back in November, and I've been kind of afraid to do it. Um, I've really been I've really been isolating myself, and usually that's like a really good thing for me. I'm an introvert, and it feels good and nourishing and natural. But lately, I think that it's maybe more out of fear than anything. Um, and I've sort of been putting off doing these live streams, I guess, yeah, out of fear, that I'm gonna be judged and maybe I won't be interesting enough or good enough, or maybe I'll mess up or I'll search for my words, which like I've already done. um, but I need to do what I set out to do, and I need to make myself proud, and I need to give myself an opportunity to forgive myself and love myself and um, be kind to myself, even though I may not be perfect. Um, I'm good enough. So yeah, let me get my plan. Let me get my lesson plan and pour my tea. Oh, let's wipe that up. And we're going to start with a mindfulness of breathing exercise just to calm and center. And then I'm going to read some affirmations that I sort of pulled from watching TED Talks on self love and self compassion. And then we're going to read, or I'm going to read to you the Metta Sutta. And kitty, oh, thank you. um, and yeah, you can just let it sort of wash over you, and you can let the words wash over you. The reason why I'm starting with the self is because um, very important to first cultivate love for the self, so then it can grow outwards to encompass. So, okay. Mm. So, first of all, I want you to relax your shoulders. Or, I guess, first, sit in a cross legged position. You can use a bolster, or you can sit on the ground, or you can just sit in a chair, not cross legged. Um, but I want you to sit down and get comfortable. And relax your shoulders and unclench your jaw. Soften your eyes. Soften your forehead. Soften your hands and feet. Oh, there's the kitty. Kitty, it's okay. Ah, okay. Soften shoulders, unclench jaw, soften eyes, soften forehead, soften hands and feet. And now I want you to breathe in and out through your nose. And I want you to focus on the feeling of the air coming in through your nostrils, coming in over the top of your lip. And when you breathe out, I want you to focus on that feeling as well. Maybe I should have done this in another room. Okay, in and out. In and out through your nose. In and out. And I want your mouth to be, just your jaw to be a little bit unhinged, your mouth closed, and your tongue just resting very softly at the front of your mouth, behind your teeth. It's a very subtle feeling, the air coming in and out, right below your nostrils. You'll probably start to notice that you get more calm and more relaxed. At any time, you can remember again to relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, soften your eyes and forehead, soften your hands and feet. And if at any time you find yourself, your thoughts drifting, maybe you're thinking about what you have to do after this. Maybe you're thinking about what do you need to cook for dinner. Just bring your attention back to your breath and the feeling of your breath going in and out under your nose. And it's okay. It's okay. Mind's going to wander. So now I'm going to read some affirmations, some contemplations on self compassion that I got from watching some YouTube videos on um, this subject. And I will post links to them in the comments or underneath. So, self compassion is not a way of judging ourselves. It is not a way of judging ourselves positively. Self compassion is a way of relating to ourselves. It is a way of relating to ourselves kindly. Self compassion is embracing ourselves as we are, flaws and all. I deserve to treat myself like I would a good friend, with kindness, empathy, encouragement, patience, and gentleness. To be human means to be imperfect. All of us, everyone in the world, we aren't perfect, and our lives aren't perfect. Imperfection is the shared human experience. So my suffering and imperfection is what connects me to others. I acknowledge, validate, and accept the fact that my self criticisms cause me deep suffering. And I have compassion for my own suffering. I forgive myself these criticisms. I am not a threat to myself. What can I do to help myself? How can I support myself through my suffering? Remaining open hearted to myself allows me to remain open hearted to others. The most painful, struggling moments in our lives are the most beautiful. They make us raw, they make us real, they make us whole. So now I'm going to read a translation of the Karaniya Metta Sutta. These are the Buddha's words on loving kindness. They're translated from Pali by the Amavarati Sangha. They come from Access to Insight Legacy Edition, published the 2nd of November 2013. And I'm going to put a link to that below. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud or demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove. Wishing in gladness and in safety, may all things be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great and mighty, the medium, the short or the small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, to those born and those to be born. May all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none, through anger or ill will, wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. All right. You can open your eyes. You can rub your fingers together, wiggle your toes, slowly come out. And I'm going to do my own very short commentary on this sutta. So at the beginning, it says, this is what should be done, which seems a little hard-edged, but this is a translation from a language that is thousands and thousands years old. So I'm going to take that edge and soften it a little bit. And then it goes, by one who is skilled in goodness uh, and knows the path of peace, let them be able and upright, etc., etc., etc. And then it lists all of these qualities of a person who knows the path of peace and who is skilled in goodness. And out of the spirit of self-love and self-compassion, yes, these are good qualities to cultivate. And of course, we want to try and be a good person as often as we can. But when we become so focused on being perfect, we'll start to criticize ourselves, and it leads to a sense of, like, a real sense of stress and like we're a failure. And that's not exactly what we want when we're trying to cultivate loving kindness for, ourselves and for all beings. So take this part, with a grain of salt, and just, yes, of course, like try to cultivate, being peaceful and calm and wise and skillful and not proud and not demanding in nature, and not hurting, living beings, and but don't stress out too much about it, because that's going to be counterproductive. Just like, for the most part, like, have the attention, but also accept the way you are right now, who you are right now, imperfections and all. And yeah, that's my own little thoughts about the Metta Sutta. Um, I hope you enjoyed my little meditation. And I will be posting um, once a week on Thursdays, I guess around 8:30. And I guess like and subscribe. That's what the kids are doing, right? Or is it over here? I don't know. um, may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be at peace. Oh, and okay. Okay. Oh, now and okay.